Jai Shree Swaminarayan and welcome to today's Knox Diwali and Ankoot E-Festival Day 3. Today we're gonna have a health show by Dr. Vinay Bhai Vora, who talks about prevention of lifestyle disorder through Ayurveda, and
The second session will be a practical yoga session by Mrs. Hitalbin Desai and her two assistants about the prevention of lifestyle disorder.
yesterday we had such wonderful recipes presented by various ladies from our community, and the recipes were
There was a burger recipe that was really unique. It was paneer and cheeseburger. The second recipe we saw was mutton tofu and naan. And the third recipe we saw was a really yummy dessert that was cham chams.
Have you ever tried any of the recipes before?
No, have you?
No, I think I'll try it next this week coming.
Often we hear that paneer and tofu are pretty similar. Have you tasted any of them?
I have tasted tofu, but they're both good at their own places, but
you wouldn't say they're similar, would you?
yeah, they are not similar.
All right. There was also an arts and crafts session that was led by me and two of my colleagues. That was really fun teaching the kids. They were quite entertaining, and obviously they were way better than us.
Yeah, and I think we should get going with today's session by Dr. Vinay Bhai Vora and Mrs. Hetal Ben Desai. Thank you.
Okay. Switch. Just one, Vinay bhai.
Yes, Swaminarayan.
You're live now.
Okay. Hey, Jai Swaminarayan, everyone.
Some nice.
And happy Diwali. My name is Dr. Vinay Vora, and I'm an Ayurveda doctor practicing since 33 years around the whole globe. Not yet in Australia, but right now working with the SGVP Holistic Hospital at Ahmedabad as an Ayurveda consultant. Okay, today our topic is prevention of lifestyle disorder. The question is prevention. The word itself is saying prevention. How to prevent the disease. So the prevention word, that's the goal of Ayurveda actually. In Ayurveda we say that swastasya swastha rakshayate, aturasya vikara prasamanam. That means the first goal of Ayurveda is to maintain healthy person's health. And the second goal is, in case, if we do the violence of nature, then we can get disease, then the treatments are mentioned there. So the main goal is the prevention, which is actually lacking in school medicine, or you can say allopathic medicine. So if you feel that you are quite healthy, your blood reports are very good, everything is pathological, radiological investigations. If you feel everything is okay, you go to the doctor and you tell them, what shall I do more? And then doctor will maybe do itching on the scalp. They say, okay, take vitamin. But there is no deficiency of vitamins in my body. So there, that science stops. But if you go to Ayurveda doctor or yoga teacher, we suggest many, many things. So now the question is how to prevent a lifestyle disorder. So for prevention, of course, many things is there, like exercises. And for exercises in Ayurveda, we always suggest yoga. And for that, Hitalben is there. So I'm not going to talk about it. Why only yoga we suggest? Second thing is diet. Diet has a most important role. Like when I ask my clients, how often you do yoga or any kind of exercises. So generally they say I do once a week or twice a week, something like that. Some say I do yoga every day. But when I ask them how much time you eat, how much time you take a food. Then they say maybe 2 times a day or 3 times a day. So that is most often comes. Like we Gujarati or Indian people, we used to find the food anywhere in the world, in any country, whatever we are eating. But we skip the exercises. So the diet has a most important role in the health. In Ayurveda, it is said that if you are following the wholesome diet, then you don't need a medicine, because medicine has nothing to do in that body. Same way, if you are not following the wholesome diet, again the medicine has no role to do in that body. So that's why food is the most important factor to prevent this kind of lifestyle disorder. So for that, I like to talk, because we are a little bit late. So I like to talk a little bit about food. The thing is, what to eat. The question is what to eat. Like, let's say a banana. So banana is good. In general, we have an impression that banana is good, apple is good. But if somebody, easy to hear that somebody say, when I eat banana, my bowel movement gets very clear. I feel energetic. That means the banana is good for that person. But then on the other hand, somebody said, no, when I eat banana, I feel coughing, or the kapha increase in the body, or sometimes I get hyperacidity by that. So that means banana is not good for that person. So banana is same quality, but it works differently in a different body. So what your body likes. When I say body, it doesn't mean the mind, I mean your stomach. So the most important question is, if you are able to digest that food without any problem, that is suitable for you. Understand? Which is suitable for my stomach or my constitution, that food is very good for me. So according to the constitution, we should eat. But also, according to imbalance, we should eat. And that is also important thing. Like right now, flu is going on, corona is going on, everything. So in general, knowledge is there that vitamin C should be taken in a high quantity. So all the citrus food has a vitamin C. They are rich with vitamin C. So let's say if you have a cold, common cold, coughing is there, and then drink a glass of orange juice, which contains a lot of vitamin C. Next day, your coughing will increase. How come? Despite of vitamin C, your coughing, your cold will increase by that. So the thing is that orange is kapha increasing the food, and the disease itself is a kapha disorder. So it will increase that disease. But instead of oranges, if you choose lemon juice, just our classical ramen Indian recipe, next day you will feel better, because that vitamin C in the vitamin C will increase, because lemon itself is kapha pacifying. That's the beauty of Ayurveda. So eat according to your constitution, eat according to your imbalance, eat according to your season. Nowadays, due to globalization, all the foods are available everywhere. But some fruits like mango, most of the people, Indian people love mango, but mango is a summer fruit. So we can eat it in a summer, but many people, they freeze it and then they enjoy even in a winter. And then they complain that I have a stiff body. Of course, it will give stiffness because we are not eating on a right season. Now, most important thing, if banana, let's say, suits to me, am I able to eat or am I allowed to eat 1 dozen banana? No. not at all. If milk is suitable, you are not allowed to drink 1 or 2 liters. So the amount is very, very important. And when we sit to eat, we forget that thing, the amount. So what Ayurveda says that you have to imagine that there are 4 parts of our stomach cavity. Just imagine that there are 4 parts of our stomach cavity. So 2 parts, that means half of your appetite, you eat with the solid food. Anything, whatever you like to eat, a solid food. 1/4 part, you eat with the liquid food. And the remaining 1/4 part, leave it for the air. Because as soon as we finish our food, meal, the churning start. And churning is very similar to the mixing or like a mixture. So if there is a sufficient space in the stomach, the churning will be very nice. And when the churning is very good, so when the food will enter into the small intestine for digestion, it will be easy for body to digest that food. And once it is digested, there will be no disorder. Such a disorder will arise, especially the chronic one. So if you eat 25% less than your body, then you will able to digest the food completely. So when you digest the food, you don't produce the toxins in the body, and then the chronic disorder will not arise. So I am saying that sometimes our body doesn't like, but our mind likes it. Take it, but in a very small amount, so that there will be no load on a digestive system. So if we eat properly, if we do yoga properly, then we can prevent lifestyle disorder. Now, what is a lifestyle disorder? That word is nowadays very common. Even Kuspai was mentioning many things like high blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol. All these diseases are considered as a lifestyle disorder. But what is that? What is a lifestyle? The most important thing, what is lifestyle? Where it is mentioned. And if we do the violence of that lifestyle, then we get lifestyle disorder. So of course I don't have right now whiteboard and it's hard to do that thing. But maybe everybody is aware of Vayu, Pitta and Kapha. I briefly say about the function of Vayu. Vayu is mainly the air element, which is lightness, very light in the quality. It does vitality, freshness, and also main function is elimination of the toxins in the body. Pitta or Pit, that is mainly the digestive fire, and it does digestion, metabolism, intellect, and so on. The Kapha or the Kapha part, that is mainly doing a lubrication of the body, weight of the body, sleep. There are major function of that. So in Ayurveda, the daily routine is mentioned, that how our day should be there. So in these 3 dosas, the 3 governing factors, they have particular time. And this biological time has a lot of effect on our body. Our body goes according to that time. So like think that we start with 6 o'clock morning to 10 o'clock. That is a kapha time. So generally you feel that when you have a cold, the blocked nose will increase in the morning. After 10 o'clock, slowly it will get better. 10 to 2, it's a pitta time. That's the digestion time. 2 to 6, it's a vata time. And similarly, during night, that means from 6 to 10, from 6 o'clock evening to 10 o'clock night, it's kapha time. 10 to 2 is pitta time, and early morning 2 to 6 is vata time. So now the question is, what we do first thing in the morning? Many people say we go to bowel movement, we brush or everything. But the most important thing is we wake up in the morning. So people don't know when to wake up. So after we wake up, we go to the toilet. So Ayurveda says that you should wake up in the Vata time because Vata is doing the elimination. And when your elimination is perfect, if the toxins are going away from the body, the bowel movement is clear, there will be no disease. So wake up between 2 to 6. So generally, we say that wake up around 5:30. So when you wake up at 5:30, the vata is predominant in the body. And due to that, vata is light, vata is a fresh. So that freshness will last throughout the day. And also vata is belongs to the elimination. So elimination will be also good. It will be clear. So there will be no constipation, no problem at all. So try to wake up at 5:30. Instead of that, most of the people wake up between 6 to 10, that kapha time. And as you know, kapha is very heavy. Kapha is a blocking in the nature. Because when the cold is there, everything is blocked. We feel tired, even though there is no such a big symptoms, but we feel blocked nose, tiredness, and everything. So what happens? Instead of vata time, if we wake up at kapha time, our body will be heavy, the bowel movement will be obstructed, and that's why we feel constipated. And we all know that constipation is root cause for many disorders. So if we wake up after 6 o'clock, then this is the possibility. Between 6 to 10, we do breakfast. And nowadays, it's a heavy breakfast. In the Western countries, people used to take heavy breakfast between 6 to 10. 6 to 10 is kapha time, and kapha is a water element, water and earth element. So that means in the physiology, right now the water is predominant, and water and fire doesn't go together. So if you eat a heavy breakfast, that means you will not digest it. And the thing is, people do a lot of propaganda about the heavy breakfast, because once you do heavy breakfast, then that breakfast will not digest due to water element at that time, and constipation will come slowly, overweight. You will start to gain the weight. Once you start to gain the weight, high blood pressure will come, cholesterol will come, diabetes will come. So all this lifestyle disorder will start to come. So in Ayurveda it is said that if you are very used to with the breakfast, take very light breakfast or preferably liquid, just juice or like that. 10 to 2, it's a pitta time. That means the fire element strong there. And around 12 o'clock, we should take the lunch. And lunch should be main meal of the day, because around 12 o'clock, the sun is over our head in most of the country. So whatever you like or whatever you will eat, it will digest it by our digestive system, because the fire is very strong. So instead of that, at working place, we just eat some sandwich or something, very light lunch. And then dinner time. So Ayurveda says that dinner should be around at 6 o'clock. Why? Because 2 to 6 is Vata time. Vata air doesn't do digestion. 6 to 10, which is our common time for, also that is kapha time. So same thing like a breakfast. We will not able to digest the food. So Ayurveda says that the dinner should be light in quality and quantity. Instead of that, in 6 to 10 time, we take heavy dinner and then we don't do anything except watching TV. So that is also again a big cause for indigestion. And then when to sleep. As I said earlier, that kapha is belongs to the sleep. And 6 to 10 is a kapha time. So if we prepare ourselves around 9:30 in the evening, relaxing activity instead of WhatsApp on the mobile, so what will happen? The kapha is predominant, and then you can have a good sleep. And also in Ayurveda says that when you have eaten at 6 o'clock and then you are entering, you are going to bed around 10 o'clock, 10 to 2 is again pitta time. So you may feel hungry. So what Ayurveda suggests that have a cup of warm milk with 1 teaspoon of ghee and little bit of candy शक्कर, खड़ी शक्कर जो अपने बोलते हैं. Have it before going to bed. So it's like a small meal and it brings a good sleep. It clears the bowel movement next morning. So 9:30, this is the thing. And instead of that, we sleep between 10 to 2. So 10 to 2 is the pitta time. So what will happen? Why we cannot have a dinner at that time between 10 to 2? Of course, we can have a dinner because pitta time is there. That is belongs to the digestion. But at the universe, the moon is represented. And moon is cooling in the nature. That's why it is not allowed to eat between 10 to 2. Most of the people are sleeping or they go to bed after 10 o'clock, 11, 12 with the mobile on. So as I said that 10 to 2 is a pitta time and pitta belongs to the mind. So mind is very active at that time. So before sleep, our thoughts start to come that, oh, I had to do this, I forgot this thing, or tomorrow I have to do this thing, and then the WhatsApp or mobile. So it will aggravate the mind. And when the mind is aggravated, intense, the sleep will not proper. And nowadays, insomnia or super light sleep is the biggest problem for high blood pressure, or you can say that any problem. So the thing is, if we do the violence of this natural law, then we get lifestyle disorder. So what to do? It seems or it sounds also little bit tough in our fast life nowadays. So if every year or couple of years, it is good to do the detoxification. And by doing that thing, whatever accumulated toxins during a year or during a 2 years, it will be eliminated by Panchkarma. So, and at SGVP, we have 6 Ayurvedic doctors, team consultant, and then we take your pulse and then we see where are the toxins located. And then we suggest 1 week or 2 weeks of Panchkarma at our SGVP hospital. And then we purify whole system. And then by that, we can prevent the lifestyle disorder. So try to follow whatever I suggest. Of course, it is a little bit hard, but slowly, slowly, we can reach to our goal. Thank you very much. Jai Swaminarayan.
Okay, so we'll talk about like sleep.
No, હું બોલીશ કયા સેશન પછી તું બોલજે we're going to have a short video. Oh, that session was pretty interesting. He talked about how when you have a cold, you actually have to take vitamin C's like more, and then like if you want to have a good lifestyle, then you have to have a good sleep cycle. And then like you have to have like the lunch is the main meal, so you have to have it like the heaviest, So that's how you practically improve your lifestyle.
Well, we just watched a short video and now we'll move on to our second session, which will be by Mrs. Hetal Bain Desai. She will be she'll have a practical session of yoga, which will help us with the prevention of lifestyle disorder, and she will be doing this with her two assistants.
In the video we just watched, we saw a few asanas, and like it was just the way how Ayurvedic medicines can help you improve your lifestyle and all that. So let's get to the next session. Changed my sleep cycle a lot. Yeah. Like I wake up so late, I sleep so late, like there is nothing else to do like at home, so it just changes it.
I agree with that, especially because like we don't have to attend anything.
Yeah.
If I had to go to university, especially being like a first year student,
Yeah.
I'd have to wake up early because I wouldn't be sure about where to go.
Just wait
And
for
I mean, right
2 minutes.
now, I would have to like actually
We're
wake
gonna
up
start
whenever I
soon.
want and have whatever I want whenever I can watch my lectures at night.
Yeah.
And often like we just spend our night studying because that's easier for us.
Yeah.
And then we just wake up later. I guess that messes up the whole sleep cycle.
Yeah. So, but I think that's the first step we should take to like have a good lifestyle, like have a good sleep cycle. Do not like wake up late. Like first of all, you're not supposed to sleep late, because when we sleep late, our sleep cycle obviously changes a lot.
Yep, I'd agree with that.
Hitalben, you can start now. Perfect. Starting. Thank you.
Jai Swaminarayan. Yes, of course, we had a very good talk from Dr. Vinay Gora, and he talked about many lifestyle disorders. And of course, I would like to show you some of the asanas about this lifestyle disorders. He was talking about digestion. Let me show you some of the asanas to improve your digestion. Also, we are going to work on Apanavayu and Samanavayu. But before that, I want to tell you that we are practicing Iyengar Yoga. Iyengar Yoga is, we are doing asanas, we are practicing asanas with the props, with the chair, with the wooden props, with the bolsters and blankets and belts. So there are lots of things to enjoy. Some of the teenagers, they used to tell me that yoga is very slow and very boring. But let me correct you. This Iyengar Yoga is very interesting because twice a week we practice yoga with music. So there are lots of new things. And today we are going to show you asanas with chair. So first thing, let me show you Uh, yes, I have my team with me, Siddhi Avasia and Reshma Shah. So the first asana I would like to show you is Bharadwajasana. Bharadwajasana means you're working on your intestine, you're working on your lower back. Those who are having gastric problem, those who are having back pain. So let me show you the asana. Sitting on the chair and perfect twisting. So you have to sit on the chair, little in the front, and then turn to your right. You can see they are sitting very erect, both the shoulders are at the back, and then again turn to your right, put your right hand on the sit and left hand on the rod. Can you see the twisting? So they are working on the lower back, they are working on the stomach and intestine, and of course if you are having gastric problem, so after gastric problem, you dur ho jayega. You have to stay here for 1 or 2 minutes with deep breathing. लंबी गहरी सांसें लेनी है. Very slow and soft breathing. And then come back. So this was one asana for Apan Vayu, for gastric problem. And for Apan Vayu is situated below the navel in our lower abdominal. So whenever you are eating just a small amount of food and you are feeling that it is very heavy, my stomach is very heavy, and if you are feeling uneasiness, then you need to do this asana, sitting on the chair, right? So again you have to sit in the front, both the legs straight. I hope you can see this, how you have to do, because you have to follow this, right? You have to understand this. So sitting on the edge of the chair, both the legs straight from the knees, and then you have to do forward bending. So this is Paschimottanasana, sitting on the chair. Some of the elders and senior citizens, they can't sit down, but they can sit on the chair and they can do this asana. And now in this asana, you can see they are holding their toes and their lower abdominal is pressing. So when Apan Vayu is located, that place is pressing, and then the gas will release and you will feel light. You will feel relaxed. You have to be in this asana for 1 minute, come back, then again 1 minute, and if you are comfortable, then at a stretch you can stay for 2 or 3 minutes. Yes, come back. So there are many asanas sitting on the chair. I think more than 20 or 25 asanas. So today some of them we are going to show you, because staying at home in this pandemic period, staying at home and keeping yourself fit, that is very important. So now we are going to see Kauchas. Again, for the leg strengthening and for Apan Vayu. So turn to your left. Yes. And now Kauchasana. For that, you need to lift your one leg, hold with both the hands, and now make it straight. Can you see this? And what you need to do is your back, your whole spine should be erect. Your shoulders should be at the back. Can you see that? How nicely they are doing. If you want to try, you can do it. बस इतना ही है कि अंदर एक चाहत होनी चाहिए कि yes, I want to do it. I will do it. You have to stay here for 1 or 2 minutes. ये जो पैर सीधे होते हैं, can you see that? तो जो strengthen होता है ये calf muscle and the thigh muscles. And of course, you can see the knees. At the back of the knee, the muscles are getting strengthened. So that's very good. Knee problem के लिए भी ये आसन बहुत अच्छा है. So I hope you are understanding this asana and you will practice. Yes, relax. So one after another, you have to do this with both the legs. Here, I would like to tell you something more. What is yoga? Actually, you know what? Yoga is all about our body, mind, and soul. Yoga is all about what we think, how we think, and why we think. You know one thing? Universe listens everything. Not only we talk, whatever we talk, that of course universe listens, but what we think, that also universe listens. So that is very important. So for that, for relaxing mind and for those who have insomnia or those who are having hypertension, I would like to show you one more asana. So for that, what you have to do is, you have to sit on the bolster or pillow. Yes. Can you see this? They are sitting on the bolster with sukhasana. जिसको हम पराठी बोलते हैं, comfortable position, right? Okay. Now what you need to do is, here there should be some wooden block or chair or stool to rest your forehead. So what you need to do is, both the shoulders at the back and go down, go down, go down, and you have to rest your forehead, not the face, only forehead. Can you see this? The upper back is down, forehead is on the chair, both the hands are down. When your shoulders are relaxed, your mind will be relaxed. So that is very important. Because of your thoughts, because of your worries and responsibilities, if you are having problem of hypertension and insomnia, this is the best asana. Of course, you can sit down and put your head on the bed, but the one thing and the most important thing is, you have to put your shoulders down. You have to drop your shoulders. So, the cervical part is getting charged. The cervical C1 and C7, they are getting charged. So, your mind will be relaxed. And mind is relaxed, so your body is fit and fine. Yes, you can come up and sit on the chair. You know one thing, in Sanskrit there is one sentence. Vishado roga vardhanana. So what is the meaning of that sentence? The meaning of the sentence is, whenever you are disturbed, whenever you are depressed, whenever you are sad, your immunity goes down. So, if you want to boost up your immunity, your mood is very important. Of course, many negative things happens in our life, but how we are taking that, how we are accepting that situation, that is important. Each and every human being is having problems, but why some human beings are very jolly and very light, and they are all the time they are very happy? How come so? Even they have problems, but they manage the problems, and that's what yoga teaches us. Since 21 years, I'm into yoga, and especially I practice Iyengar yoga. And in SCPP Holistic Hospital, we practice Iyengar yoga. In Iyengar yoga, we practice, of course, many asanas with chair. So here, I have shown you so many asanas, doing with chair, staying at your home, and if you have gastric problem, if you have hypertension, if you have insomnia, right? And one more thing I would like to show you, those who want to have inches loss and weight loss, you want to see that asana? Let me show you. So for that, we are going to do Utthita Parshvakonasana. Of course, sitting on the chair. Now put your one hand on the bolster or on the floor, and the opposite leg will be straight. Can you see this? Can you see this? It is straight from the knee. Both the shoulders are at the back. Shoulders are at the back. Perfect. And holding the chair with one hand, and one hand is on the floor or on the bolster. Now you can see the stretching on one side. Can you see that? It is very good stretching. Without any harm, without any extra efforts, you are doing very good asana. So why don't you try this? And this is important for all age. Those who are teenager, those who are middle-aged, and those who are senior citizens, those who want to lose weight and lose inches. This is the best asana. You have to stay here in this asana for more than 3 to 4 minutes. So at least 5 minutes if you stay here with deep breathing, with relaxed mind, then of course your fat will gone. Yes, you can come back. Also, I would like to tell you something. Yoga. What Yoga Shastra tells us, you know that? Yoga Shastra tells us how to live life. As for example, if I am buying microwave oven at my house, then with that oven, I will get one book, how to operate the microwave oven. Yoga Shastra is the book, how to live life, how to be happy in all situations, how to get inner happiness. Right? That is very important. If you are happy from your mind, if you are relaxed from your inside, then all the problems you will find it very small. But for that, what you need to do is every day you will have to take an oath. What? That if I want to be, and if, as for example, I want to do Shirsasana, then first I will decide in my mind that yes, I want to do Shirsasana and I'm going to try this Shirsasana. So I will get all the benefits and then I will start doing Shirsasana. So what I did, I made my mind, I prepared my mind to do Shirsasana. So preparing the mind to live happy life, that Yoga Shastra teaches us. Because asana and pranayama are only one part of this. The first thing is yam, niyam, and the third and fourth is asana pranayama. And after that, there are 8 limbs, right? So after that, there are pratyahara, and dharana, and dhyana, and samadhi. What is dhyana? I'm going to talk about dhyana, and I'm going to talk about pratyahara in our next episode. Even that 2 limbs are very important for all ages, for students, for businessmen, for middle-aged people, for male and female, everyone. Because how we think, what we think, how we talk with others, or whenever someone is very rude or someone is very bad with us, how we have to correct ourselves, how we have to manage ourselves. We are going to learn that in our next 2 episodes. Because Yoga Shastra is not only turning and twisting, it is lots of more things. And now, the last asana I'm going to show you is Sarvangasana. Because if we are talking about lifestyle disorders, then thyroid is the main thing. So doing Sarvangasana with chair, of course you don't have to try this because I was thinking if you are ready, we can have online regular classes. In that I can teach you each and every step of the Sarvangasana. But today we would like to show you how we are doing Sarvangasana with chair. Would you like to see that? Let me show you. Yes, for that you need one chair and bolster. You have to put the bolster in the front of the chair and then sit on the chair, both the legs up. Sitting inside the chair, can you see that? They are pushing themselves in. Perfect. Now go down. Put your shoulders on the bolster. Can you see that? Put your shoulders on the bolster. Can you see that? Put your shoulders on the bolster. No, I want them to see the bolster and the shoulders. Yeah, perfect. So, putting on the bolster, your shoulders on the bolster, and can you see the neck, chin lock? So, this is how we work on thyroid gland. Thyroid gland is very important for thyroid, whether it is hyper or hypo. It balances the thyroid. And of course, it works on immunity also. So in this pandemic, Sarvangasana is very important. Daily you have to try this for 5 minutes. One more thing, our advanced students, they does this. That also I would like to show you is, they have to put the legs straight. Yes. Yeah. Can you see this? This way, they have to put the legs straight from the knees. Our lower back is on the chair, very supported. And our shoulders are on the bolster, our chin is locked, and with deep breathing, you have to stay in this asana for 4 to 5 minutes daily. So, of course, this asana also manage your hormones. Those who are having PCOD or those who are having hormones imbalance, this asana is very good for that. Yes, you can come down, go down. You have to slide down on the floor. Perfect. Yeah. And now sit on the bolster. Yes. So, at the end of the session, I would like to tell you something about pranayama. Right? Pranayama. What is pranayama? Pranayama is working on our each and every breath, our inhalation and exhalation, how we inhale and how we exhale. That is also important. Let me give you one example. If I am disturbed and if I am tense and if I am having anxiety problem, at that time, if I observe, then my breath is very short. So with efforts, I have to make my breath long and deep. So when I start inhalation and exhalation doing very long and deep, my thoughts, I have to manage my thoughts. So my anxiety will be less, my stress will be less with deep breathing. With only deep breathing. And whenever you are confused and stressful, you have to do exhalation more and inhalation less. I repeat, exhalation more and inhalation should be less. So just now we will show this. Close your eyes. Inhale. Exhale, 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 exhale. Inhale. Exhale, 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 exhale. So, for at least 2 or 3 minutes, if you practice this, exhalation ज़्यादा है और inhalation अगर कम है, then you will manage yourself. Your stress will go away. Your anxiety will go away. And of course, at the end of the session, we will do Omkar. There are lots of benefits of Omkar. Omkar doesn't work only on mind. It works on our nervous system. It works on our digestion. It works on our liver. It works on our endocrine system. Yes. So Omkar. Pronouncing Om in the correct way, even that is important. And also, if you are pronouncing O part more than the Makar, there are different benefits. And if you are pronouncing Makar more than the O part, then the benefits are changed. So today what we are going to do is, we are going to pronounce O part more than Makar part. So for that, inhale. Can you see that for pronouncing O part? So from navel you have to take energy and say O. So for that you need to open your mouth a little bigger and then you have to pronounce. One more time. Inhale. And last time, inhale. Because we showed you asanas for digestion, then O part is very important for digestion. And in next episode, we are going to talk about mental peace. We are going to talk about विषादो रोग वर्धनानाम. विषाद कैसे रोग बढ़ाते हैं, हमारा मन कैसे शरीर पे काम करता है. We are going to talk about that. So at that time we will do our Omkar with more Maka. So with this, we are going to end this. Namaste. Jai Swaminarayan.
Hello, Hital Bang, you there?
Oh.
No, we are just leaving the meeting.
Yeah, so
Relaxing, right?
Yeah, I was so nervous before this though.
Okay, so we learned from her that yoga begins with you setting your mindset. Oftentimes we avoid doing exercises by saying it requires too much equipment, or like, I just don't feel like doing it, I need to move somewhere, I need to get a yoga mat. However, with Mrs. Hetalbim Desai, she showed us some easy asanas that don't require a lot of equipment. For example, the first few asanas were just done through a chair. The first asana we saw just requires you to sit on a chair and turn backwards and just maintain your breath, and this would help with your lower abdominal issues. With asanas throughout the whole session, we have learned that having issues, having control over your breath is quite important in yoga too.
Now that we're at home, we have a lot of we are in flexible clothes and we have so much available at home, so much time. So we can just do all the sessions that have been reviewed today by Hetalbim Desai. Mrs. Hetalbim Desai has also appeared in several Gujarati channels such as TV9, Colors Gujarati, Doordarshan. And we are going to have a session next week by Mrs. Hetalbim. So if there are any questions, please note them down in your in the book, and then next week before starting the session, just post them on our channel. Today we're gonna have various cooking shows, cooking recipes. So please hold back with a book and a pen so that you can note down the recipes.
Yes, let's have a look at how we're going to affect our bellies with not just the yoga, but also with the good food.
And let's see how the recipes today ruin the yoga that we have seen today.
Shree Swaminarayan to all. Today I will be showing you how to make orange chocolate delight. First, it's a very easy and delicious recipe one should give a try. First we'll start making the chocolate delight. The ingredients we need for chocolate delight are 2 cups of milk, 1.5 cup of sugar, half cup mix of drinking chocolate and cocoa, 2 tablespoons of corn flour, 1 cup of cream and a tablespoon of vanilla essence. So let's get started. In a pan, we'll add in first the dry ingredients, which is sugar, corn flour and cocoa powder and drinking chocolate. Whisk all the dry ingredients first, then add in the wet ingredients, which is 2 cups of milk, and a cup of cream. Put on the stove. On a lower flame, cook this mixture for about 2 to 3 minutes. After 2 minutes, add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. Again cook this mixture for 3 to 4 minutes or until it's nice and thick. After cooking for about 6 minutes, chocolate delight is ready. Put off the stove and whisk for about 2 minutes so it slightly cool down. The mixture is ready to pour in the pudding bowl. Carefully pour in the pudding bowl. Tap it a bit to have an even layer. The chocolate delight is ready and it will go in the refrigerator to set for about 20 to 30 minutes. While the chocolate delight is setting in the fridge, we'll start with orange delight. The ingredients we need for the orange delight are 2 cups of orange juice. Try to use fresh orange juice and not the bottled one. 1 cup of cream, 1.5 cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of corn flour, 1 tablespoon of orange zest, a teaspoon of orange essence and some few drops of orange food color, which is optional. Let's start making the orange delight. In a pan, we'll add in the dry ingredients first, which is sugar and corn flour. Whisk the dry ingredients. Then add in the wet ingredients, which is 2 cups of orange juice, and a cup of cream. Whisk them all together. And also add few drops of orange food color. Put on the stove. On a lower flame, cook this mixture for about 2 to 3 minutes and stirring it continuously to avoid having any kind of lumps. After cooking the mixture for about 2 minutes, now add in orange zest, and a teaspoon of orange essence. Whisk everything together and cook the mixture for about 4 minutes or until it's nice and thick. After cooking the mixture for 5 to 6 minutes, it's nice and thick and ready to pour in the pudding bowls. So turn off the stove and whisk it for 2 minutes so it's slightly cooled down. The orange delight is nice and thick and ready to pour in the pudding bowls. Carefully put it on a chocolate delight. Tap it a bit to have an even layer. After refrigerating the pudding for 30 minutes, now it is ready to decorate. We'll use whipped fresh cream and some red and green glazed cherries. And we'll put some green glazed cherry. Now the orange chocolate delight is ready to plate. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.
Oh, that was a very pretty setup. Outside, outdoor, everything was so good. How do you
I think
think?
that's really unique. And like, if we get bored of making food inside the house, we should just take our stove outside and enjoy the view.
Yeah, but you see, it had chocolate and orange. I mean, that combination is like a go-to combination. Any day, anytime, chocolate, orange. Yeah, that's
I'd
the
agree.
way.
I think I'm more for the chocolate part though, especially because of the neems right now.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to just have my chocolates right now.
Yeah, but that was a very good recipe by Jasubin, and that was orange chocolate pudding. And we're gonna go to our next cooking recipe. Yep. Jai Swaminarayan. My name is Kripali and today we are making soya chunk curry and lacha paratha, which is also known as spiral bread. This is a cup of tomato gravy, a cup of cashew nut paste. This is half cup of water with 3 tablespoons of any paneer masala. This is 3 green chilies. This is 1 teaspoon of red chili powder. This is 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, 3 to 4 bay leaves, and 1 teaspoon of turmeric. These are soya chunks. They are soaked in water, like hot water, for 1 hour. The soaked soya chunks, we're supposed to squeeze out the water. Medium heat. Then you add in 4 tablespoons of oil. Heat up the oil first so that the cumins can crack. Then add in the cumins. Then add in the bay leaves. After that, add in the tomato paste. Let it just saute for some time. Add in the turmeric powder and the red chili powder. When you see the tomato paste, the boiling of this, just add in the paste we created with paneer masala. add in tomato, add in water as per your consistency. Now adding the cashew paste. Adding more water if you feel it's good. Adding salt as per your taste. So you see when it's boiling, just adding the soya chunks. Let this cook for like 5 minutes, then you can just cover it and then for the lacha parathas, we need 2 cups of wheat flour with water, 1 teaspoon of jeera, cumin seeds, and salt as per your taste, and oil 4 tablespoons. Make a dough out of it. For the lacha parathas, we need some plain flour, ghee. Yeah. First, make them round. Apply ghee on it. Dust the flour on it. And just make pleats like this. And then just make it around. Then dip it into plain flour. On a hot pan, we're gonna roast the parathas. Apply some ghee over it. Flip it again. Apply more ghee. You're going to see the spirals being formed over here. We're gonna have the Aarti now. In a couple of minutes, we'll resume the cooking show.
સ્વામી મહારાજની જય. આરતી પ્રગટ પ્રભુજી કી જય. આરતી પ્રગટ પ્રભુજી કી જય. હરે ચારના કમળ લખી અંતરલે જય. હરે ચારના કમળ લખી અંતરલે જય. આરતી પ્રગટ પ્રભુજી કી જય. સનકાદિક નારદ ત્રિપુરારી હરિ. સનકાદિક નારદ ત્રિપુરારી હરિ. વિમલ નામ રટે વારંવાર. હરિ. વિમલ નામ રટે વારંવાર. આરતી પ્રગટ પ્રભુજી કી જય. હરે ચારના કમળ લખી અંતરલે જય. અનંત કોટિ ભુવને સભવાની હરિ. અનંત કોટિ ભુવને સભવાની હરિ. સબવિધિ મહિમા સકત નહીં જાને. હરિ. સબવિધિ મહિમા સકત નહીં જાને. આરતી પ્રગટ પ્રભુજી કી જય. હરે ચારના કમળ લખી અંતરલે જય. ધરતા ધ્યાન દ્રઢ જોગ મુનીશ્વર હરિ. ધરતા ધ્યાન દ્રઢ જોગ મુનીશ્વર હરિ. સહસ્ર મુખે રટત નિરાંત. હરિ. સહસ્ર મુખે રટત નિરાંત. આરતી પ્રગટ પ્રભુજી કી જય. હરે ચારના કમળ લખી અંતરલે જય. નર નાટક અક્ષર અક્ષર ન્યારા હરિ. નર નાટક ક્ષરયક્ષરન્યાર હરે પોરસોત્તમાપો રાણા પ્યારા હરે પોરસોત્તમાપો રાણા જાના પ્યારા આરતી પ્રગટ પ્રભુ કી જય હરે ચારાના કમળ લખી અંતરલે જય નવ તમારો પાયા કાળ છબેન્યારે હરે નવ તમારો અકાળ છબેન્યારે હરે બ્રહ્માનંદ જાવત બલિહારે હરે બ્રહ્માનંદ જાવત બલિહારે આરતી પ્રગટ પ્રભુ કી જય હરે ચારાના કમળ લખે અંતરલે જય દેવવંદનામ આરાતિકમ સમર્પયામિ શ્રી રામકૃષ્ણ ગોવિંદ જય
So who is this Krupali?
Whoever she is, she did such a tasty dish.
I don't think so. I feel like paneer would sound so much better than soya chunks, whatever that is.
Soya chunks is soya chunks on its own. Do not compare it with paneer.
Nah, paneer is the superior dish.
No, soya chunks actually have so much proteins in it, and it's like for us vegetarians, we use it as a protein substitute because it's so good for our health. And that was such a pretty dish.
Nah, I beg to differ.
Well, it was a tasty. I did taste it, and it was a very good
Of
dish.
course you'd praise your own dish. I mean, you're the one who made it.
Obviously, who wouldn't praise their own dish? That was a very, and especially the flaky parathas. Oh my God, they looked so yummy.
Well, I guess you'd have to invite me for me to judge the dish.
Well, when are you free? I can just do a booking on my
How does
list.
tonight sound?
I think that's a very short notice.
Tomorrow?
Maybe that's a perfect.
Great. I think it's time for us to move on to our next recipe.
Yeah.
Jai Shree Swaminarayan. Today, Premva is going to show us how to cook the historical Malindi halwa. To make this, you will need 1 cup of plain flour or 125 grams of plain flour, 2 cups or 400 grams of sugar, half a cup of almonds, quarter cup of oil or 50 ml of oil, 1 teaspoon coarse cardamom, 1 cup of ghee or 200 ml of ghee, 1 teaspoon rose essence, 1 teaspoon of yellow food color, and half a teaspoon of red food color. For pre-preparation, you're going to need a dough, soft texture dough, and dip it in some water. And you'll also need to soak some almonds for about 4 hours. And once that's soaked, you'll need to peel the almond and peel the skin off. After you peel the skin off, you'll just need to cut that piece of almond into 3 pieces. You'll need to put some sugar into a pan and pour some water into that. Just enough to mix the sugar in. And then you can put that on the stove. And let that boil into a sugar syrup. While we have the sugar syrup boiling, we're going to start preparing the mixture. So for that, we'll strain the water out. So now we just have Now we have a soft dough texture, and we're going to gradually add water to it, about 2 cups at a time. And we're just going to kind of wash the flour in the water. Remember, the dough is simply just plain flour and water, and it's a dough made into a soft sticky texture. So now we're just washing the dough in water, and that's going to create milky water. And you strain that. Again, repeat the process by adding another 2 cups of water into the same dough. And wash it. Okay, we've washed the dough with 6 cups of water, and now we no longer have the white color coming out of the flour. We're going to throw that leftover away. Okay, that's the water that we've strained out of our dough, and we're going to put that into a pan now and heat it up. What you need to do is keep stirring. For the halwa, you'll next need to mix the oil and the ghee together. This is then going to be used in the halwa when you're mixing it, just to spread it around the sides of the pan. So as you can see, you want the texture like that thick. Next we're going to add some color. So first we'll add some yellow color, just about half a teaspoon. And then we're going to add some red color, same, half a teaspoon as well. And then give that a good mix. And now you'll start to see the beautiful color of the halwa. Next, we're going to put some oil and ghee around the sides of the pan, just like you can see, and then give that a stir. Our halwa is almost ready and it's looking very yummy. So we've been mixing the texture for about 15 minutes. And you can see a honeycomb texture on the sides of the pan. That's exactly what you want. And the mixture is getting thicker and thicker. We've been mixing the halwa for about 25 minutes now. So if you look at the texture now, you can see the ghee and oil floating on the sides of the mixture. It's now ready. We're going to add our soaked and diced pieces of almond into the mixture. We'll give that a mix, and we'll mix it for a while until the almonds roast a little bit for a bit of crunch. Okay, our mixture is now ready, and we're going to add some rose essence to it, half a teaspoon of rose essence. And then we'll have 1 teaspoon of grounded cardamom seeds, and that's going to give it a really yummy taste. The halwa is now ready, and we're going to let it sit for about 5 minutes to cool down before we set it. It's looking really yummy. Our mixture is now ready, so it's nice and thick. We're going to put it on a baking paper. It's cool for about 5 to 10 minutes. You can see there's a nice rosy color. Now we're just going to roll up the halwa. and then just roll it up. Okay, we've rolled the halwa. We're gonna freeze it for about 5 hours. After 5 hours of sitting in the fridge, we're gonna cut the halwa into equal pieces. And then it's all ready to eat.
Oh my god, this dish actually took me back in my memories because this is like the authentic Malindi halwa. People from Mombasa can relate to me because they've had it so much.
I agree with this. Not just Mombasa, but also like Uganda and Kenya, because we often plan our trips just to go get the Malindi halwa.
That's right, because that halwa is like, you can just lick your fingers till they're clean.
I agree with that. Actually, I think there was a problem with the video before this. Did you just not want to show your face? Are you too special for us?
I was too insecure, but like I'm here myself representing my own recipe.
So you just wanted to show your attention here.
Yeah, basically because I'm supposed to show myself when I'm dressed up like this.
That makes sense. Well, that's an advantage for you.
Yeah.
We'd like to move on to the thank yous for this event. We'd like to thank Dr. Vinay Bhai Vora and Mrs. Hetalben Desai.
And thank you to all the chefs that participated in this show on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The chefs that participated were Kripa Ben, who made veg paneer momos, paneer burger, Anita Ben, who made bakery biscuits, Meeta Ben, who made microwave barfi, Pushpa Ben, who made chum chum, Sanjana Ben, who made tofu curry and tawa naan, Jashoda Ben, who made pudding, and then Premila Ben, who made halwa, and then obviously me, the best chef.
The best chef. I don't think you get that title so soon. We'd also like to give a big thanks to the Victorian Government for supporting us with this event. Don't forget to tune in to our channel through Facebook, YouTube, or the Monday website on the most awaited weekend for some more exciting events.
Some of the events that are going to be happening next weekend are we're going to be having a Kali Chaudas Puja, Kids Charitra exhibition, Yuvak digital exhibition, cultural performances, and music night.
These sound really fun, so please don't forget to tune in.
Do like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon. And thank you everyone, whoever's watching this from home. Thank you for actually watching us and bearing with us all these hours.
Thank you so much.